Boys and girls, your choice today is creating a flower and labeling the parts of a plant and also what a plant needs to survive. So let's look at the materials that you're going to need. You need to get your Mario Challenge rubric. You'll need crayons, scissors, a glue stick, the parts of a plant, little handout. You'll also need some construction paper. You'll need a big blue piece for putting everything on, and green for the stem, and grass if you want to add grass. I chose pink and yellow for my flower, and I grabbed a brown strip for the soil, and I grabbed a muffin cup also for my sunshine. So if you don't have those materials, go and get them right now. And pause the video. Okay, welcome back. Boys and girls, let's first look at our rubric. We're going to look at the first row, and we're going to look under Got It. For this activity, we're going to be showing that we know what the parts of a plant are, and we're also going to be identifying what a plant needs to survive. So that falls under this first strip right here, where we're observing plants and animals and describing how they're alike and how they are different, and the way they look and the things they do. So by labeling a flower, we're labeling the parts of a plant. So we're going to go down here where it says, I can describe how plants and animals are alike. If after you do this activity, you can tell your teacher how plants and animals are alike, you can check this box. If after this activity you're able to say, I can describe how plants and animals are different, so you know how they're alike and how they're different, you can check this box. The next box says, I can tell what a plant needs to survive. If you're able to identify what a plant needs to survive, you can check that box if you haven't already. And down here it says, I can tell what animals need to survive. You'll have to think back to when we were talking about animals and pull that information out of from that. We're not going to be working on the animal part right now. Now, let's go ahead and get started. And when you're all done with all of Got It, if you want to hop over to Expert, that means you can do all of Got It. So you've done all 4 of these. And then you can write about how plants and animals need each other to live and survive. And you can just get a piece of writing paper to write that down for your teacher. So I'm going to move this out of the way so I can start cutting my pieces apart. I'm going to use my scissors to cut this apart, and I'm going to show you my final product. But as you get started with this, make sure you're pacing yourself and you're not playing around, because you're only going to have you can set your timer for 10 to 15 minutes after you turn the how-to off. And here is what Mrs. White's looks like. You can see that I labeled my seeds. I drew it with a crayon, and my root, I drew it with a crayon. The soil was just the brown. I have my grass here. I wanted to add that detail. This is my stem, the leaf, the flower, and this is a sunshine. The only one I wasn't able to use and figure out where to put it was my water. Maybe you can figure out how to show water. Have a great time making your flower parts of a plant project, and I can't wait to see how they look.